Hello everyone, I am Ultra Jones, and welcome to my working title YouTube channel. I have no idea what I'm calling it, but with that introduction out of the way, I'm going to get into what we came here for today, and that is the G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, Complete Silence issue from IDW. This is a reprint of issue number 21, which was made famous because it has no words, no dialogue, no sound effects, any of that. Just panels and pure action. And that's it. So, back in the 1980s, Marvel's business practices included something called an inventory story system. This system would allow comic teams to earn extra paychecks for stories that sometimes would never see the light of day. But some did. G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero, number 20, was one of these filler stories. It featured Clutch taking a much-needed vacation to return home to find his friend Billy Klein was working with Cobra. So much for that vacay, Clutch. That issue afforded Mr. Hama a much-needed vacation of his own, where he would find inspiration for the setting of Silent Interlude. It is noted that in the G.I. Joe Silent Interlude 30th Anniversary Edition, that Hama went on a tour of Sunbow Studios where he saw the storyboard artist George Foster Good, and George Foster Good was drafting a temple for the episode. This is like the first episode, by the way. And Hama found it very inspiring, said it reminded him of the Neuschwanstein Castle, I'm probably messing that up, in Bavaria, Germany. This castle was made as a getaway castle for Mad King Ludwig. And it's a 19th century Romanesque revival palace. A little art history there, huh? Anyway, after seeing these drafts, Hama was inspired. So, he went back home to New York City and started the story, started drawing it, getting it all together on Friday, and finished it by Sunday. That's amazing. Of course, Mr. Hama is a trick of all trades. He's an editor, writer, penciler, actor, and musician. Quite inspiring. So let's take a look at the issue, shall we? Okay, here's a look at the cover for G.I. Joe Real American Hero Complete Silence reprint from IDW. We got Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes on the cover, hanging out, playing tag on some sort of whimsical castle. Things of note on the cover, Snake Eyes does not wear this version of his uniform. I guess this would be the second generation Snake Eyes outfit. And he doesn't have the silencer in the story, nor is there an airstrike going on in the issue. Regardless, beautiful artwork by Jamie Sullivan here, who's done much work for Marvel, DC, and a lot of the current properties from IDW. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at the issue. Got our credits here on the left with both stories, Silent Interlude and Silence Between Borders. And we got a couple of these variant covers that feature Storm Shadow. And we have our splash page here. Have Stan Lee's stamp of approval right here. And the title for the issue is Silent Interlude. And we have our credits here at the bottom. And here we have this Cobra Temple, which looks a lot like the temple in the first episode of G.I. Joe, the Cobra Strikes. And we have this Cobra Claw flying towards the temple. And the unknown operator here has somebody tied up. I wonder who it could be. Oh, it looks like it's Storm Shadow. First appearance of Storm Shadow in the Real American Hero universe. He has come bearing a gift for Cobra Commander, and that gift is Scarlett. Look how surprised old Chrome Dome is, even though he has his hooded mask on. We still could call him Chrome Dome. Anyway, he directs the Cobra Troopers to take Scarlett into some kind of sewer holding here. And then we have a mysterious C-130 approaching the temple. Oh my goodness, who could it be in the plane? This is a great 5 panels right here of Snake Eyes jumping from the plane. Such a good sequence. And then we got Storm Shadow and Scarlett down in the sewer holding. I don't know why that's a good place to hold somebody. I guess it stinks down there. Right here, the expression in Storm Shadow's face is great. Destro is calculating the probability of airborne insertion, because I feel like he knows something's happening. And when Snake Eyes parachuting here, landing on top of this Cobra statue, and then rappelling down. Oh my goodness. Scarlett with some improvising fieldcraft here, using her hairpin to use as a lockpick. And this whole sequence right here is pretty good too. Destro with the chessboard with the Joes and the Cobra agents replacing the pieces. And alas, over here in this panel, we have Quinn, who had died, and I believe that might be Dr. Venom. But we have Baroness, who at this point, I don't think Destro knew if she was alive or dead. Action starts to ramp up right here. Scarlett bumping some Cobra Troopers with her chain, and Storm Shadow is he is assembling his team of red ninjas that try to assassinate Snake Eyes, but they all fail because, you know, Snake Eyes is super ninja. I love this right here where Snake Eyes lobs the grenade and the red ninja with the size catches it just well enough so you could see the writing on the grenade. Boom. And right here, these two panels right here really start this whole relationship with Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes in the comic, and gets further explained in a few issues from now. Here is the second story added on, which is kind of like a I can't think of the word, but it's kind of the counter piece to Silent Interlude, and just basically details the action that happens between the panels of the first story. This is artwork by Jeremy Dale, story by Larry Hama again. Follows the same events, just from a different sequences. reveal too much. I want y'all to go out there and get this actually, because it is awesome. So basically, the back page is just relegated to the original covers for both stories. The most unusual G.I. Joe story ever. That little blurb right there is definitely true, I'd say. And got the back here. Says, collected together for the first time in a single comic. In 1984, living legend Larry Hama and artist Steve Laiola made a huge noise in the comic book industry with the release of G.I. Joe, Real American Hero number 21, Silent Interlude. The classic issue featured the daring exploits of fan favorite Joes Snake Eyes and Scarlett, and introducing Cobra's very own deadly ninja, Storm Shadow. In 2008, Larry Hama and artist Jeremy Dale expanded upon the timeless tale in G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 21.5, Silence Between Borders. And now it's your chance to revisit both of these fan favorite G.I. Joe Real American Hero adventures in this special reprint, complete with all new cover art by superstar G.I. Joe Real American Hero artist Jeremy Sullivan. Well, that ends my quick little look at G.I. Joe Real American Hero Complete Silence issue. If you want to see more of this issue, I suggest you go out to your local comic shop or online retailer to get a copy of this classic tale. I wish I could go more in depth, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody, especially if you've never seen it. If you want to look more into Silent Interlude, then I definitely suggest getting the 30th anniversary edition. Not only does it include an additional story, not like the one in the issue here, but it also comes with the breakdown. It says Xerox copies of Silent Interlude by Mr. Hama. These are immaculate. If you are an inspiring comic artist, you definitely want to check these out. Now, the other story on here is from G.I. Joe Origins, completely silent as well. And that's a fun little read as well. This Silent Interlude sets up a lot of the mythology of the Arashikage, Storm Shadow, and Snake Eyes, and I will do a follow-up, especially on the IDW reprint Snake Eyes Origin. In the past couple of years, I've consumed a lot of G.I. Joe comics. I was a G.I. Joe fan as a kid, but I really didn't read the comics. I maybe had a couple issues laying around. This one, for example, where Snake Eyes has a clone? I had that one, and I loved it, but I didn't really go into it further than that. So, this single issue is probably one of the greatest standalone comics ever to be produced. And it has no words in it. I mean, where was this issue when I was a kid? I mean, I was having trouble reading comics when I was a kid. I had to have my mom read it to me sometimes. But if I had found this issue when I was a kid, I would totally been in love with it, because I'm in love with it now. Anyway, you should definitely go out and find it. It is definitely worth the $4.99 price tag. So yeah, it's just simply masterful, and it should be studied by cartoonists, writers around the world. Thanks for watching, and this is my first video, so it's a little make sure you like and subscribe, and if you like G.I. Joe and other similar military and espionage themed comics, then stay tuned.